6.6 acres of land, perched along the Credit River in Norval, Ontario, just outside of Halton Hills. Quiet, semi-rural, not exactly the place you'd expect to find a rowdy nightclub, but 530 Guelph Street became one of the most well-known entertainment venues in southern Ontario, for a plethora of good and bad reasons. Built in 1961 as the Riviera Club, the two-story octagon-shaped structure featured 43 feet of glass exterior walls and quickly became a local landmark. Dining tables were placed along the large floor-to-ceiling windows, and the sunken dance floor allowed an unobstructed view of the river. The club's grand opening was on New Year's Eve, 1961. While the club mainly hosted dances, including a teens-only night where non-alcoholic beverages were served by waitresses in bunny costumes. They also hosted charity galas, fashion and talent shows, live music concerts, and more. The most popular concert in its early years was Ronnie Hawkins, who attracted over 1,000 patrons over 2 nights. The facility was often rented out by local clubs for meetings and events, even being rented by the federal government for a public consultation meeting. The club had a major identity crisis and underwent several changes of name before the turn of the century, going by the Burgundy Club and the Wayjay. In the 70s, an addition off the side was built, which became a fitness club, including amenities such as an outdoor pool, an indoor pool, and a gym. The building began to show its age and was sold to a local businessman named Albert Utenheier in 1989, who renamed it Club 2000. That would only last a few years until Utenheier leased the property to an Ontario numbered company in 1994. Under new tenants, the building became a country-themed bar known as Nashville North. The Americana country style blended in perfectly. The music was mainly country, with some top hits sprinkled in. Once a week, the venue would host line dancing night, drawing huge crowds. The parking lot could hold up to 400 cars, and the building had a capacity of 900. The main feature point was the center stage, where musicians could play live music. The 34-foot-tall ceilings provided great acoustics, and the dance floor was 2,100 square feet of hardwood. 3 bars provided a wide range of beverages, and an industrial kitchen was capable of providing anything from appetizers to full-blown catering services. The second story featured a bar, pool tables, and a balcony overlooking the lower level. An outdoor gathering area was created, and an additional bar was added outside, dubbed My Cottage. The building was even chosen as a movie set in 2002 for the movie The Recruit featuring Al Pacino. In December of 2004, the Liquor Control Board revoked Nashville North's liquor license after multiple cases of overcrowding, overserving, and creating an unsafe environment for the neighborhood, with several neighbors complaining about loud music and drunken fights occurring in the late hours. The case was appealed and the liquor license was returned, only for the club to incur 14 more charges in the next 12 months. Over $400,000 in court fees later, they had the license returned. In 2006, the bar's increasing popularity continued to be an issue. Drunk patrons were wandering the neighborhood, causing property damage, and several violent fights broke out in the parking lot. Halton Regional Police received an uptick in calls to the surrounding area. More complaints were issued to the Liquor Control Board, and the facility lost their liquor license again. The property owner went to court to evict the tenants and shut the bar down. In an attempt to use the space in the meantime, the fitness club added 4 beach volleyball courts and began to host adult league games 5 days a week, along with volleyball competitions. Trying to shed its bad reputation, Nashville North reopened as West 7 Nightclub in 2007 with the help of former manager of Club 2000, Daniel Biagioni. Daniel released a long statement in the local paper promoting the new security technology the club had purchased and promised to hire private security to patrol the nearby neighborhoods to reduce property damage by patrons. A partnership with Coca-Cola provided an alcohol-free drink station and a shuttle service for intoxicated patrons to get home. Upgrades to the venue's lighting and audio system were made to reduce local light and sound pollution. In the club's later hours, the parking lot was often patrolled by police who claimed the back lot was used by people to do drugs and have sex. This actually led to one officer being charged with dishonorable conduct after he stopped a car that had left the West 7 parking lot around 1 a.m. and proceeded to ask the female passenger sexual questions regarding the club's Wet T-shirt Thursdays. The rebranding proved unsuccessful, and by 2011, the club transitioned back into being known as Nashville North. The club hosted weekly line dancing, a college night, and a top 40s night, drawing in a wide range of patrons. The club even surpassed its previous success level, having over 1,000 people attend the Trevor Guthrie concert in 2015. In 2016, Nashville North hosted a breast cancer awareness event, offering to waive the admission fee for women not wearing bras that evening. The event raised some eyebrows and drew criticism from breast cancer survivors who called the event needlessly sexual. In the end, over $1,000 was raised and donated to Rethink Breast Cancer. A steady rotation of themes and events kept Nashville North in the top trending lists of nightclubs to visit in the GTA, so patrons were shocked when, without warning, the Nashville North social media accounts posted that April 12, 2019 was the last day of business and the club would be closing. It was posted for sale by Denise Dilby of Royal LePage shortly after that and would remain on the market for just over 2 years, finally selling in April of 2021. Incredibly, the main octagon-shaped building was added to the Halton Hills Heritage Registry in 2018. That means it is seen by the city as having significant heritage attributes, but not enough to qualify for provincial protection. The entire acreage sits within a designated floodplain, so residential construction is banned. But there are plenty of commercial options available for redevelopment.